welcome to this week's version of Wednesday Wanderings. Today's the day we welcome back our group from Albuquerque. Hopefully you followed them along on Facebook. They've had some wonderful photos and a few video images that they've sent back. Looks like it's been a fabulous time, and the photos I thought were amazing, so I can only imagine what it was like to really see them in person. So they get to come back today and tell us all about it. So if you know anyone that went, be sure and give them a call or talk to them in the next few days. I have one new announcement. I have a brand new day trip planned. It's one that people have always asked about for years. Sadly, it was something that was never really in our area. It was always more in the Minneapolis area, Kansas City, or St. Louis, which made it really hard for a day tour. But they are bringing back Stars on Ice, and it'll be in Moline at the Tax Slayer Center on Saturday, December 18th. I have fabulous seats. You know how they have the floor, and then the next rows that come up would be section 103. We are in the second and third rows, so you have prime seating for this show right in the center of what will be the arena. So it is ready to reserve. It's up online. Check out the link below. Give me a call, whatever you wish. I have 36 seats at this time for this tour. I have a feeling they'll fill quickly because it is, again, one of these that is hard to come by. So be sure and check that out. Also, things that are in the system and ready to reserve are the Canadian Rockies that we had spoken about before. It's all up online. The brochure is now there as well. And also our New Mexico and Colorado train trip that I spoke about maybe last week, if not the week before. It is completed and ready to roll out as well. So do check those links below if you want brochures. Of course, give me a call, stop by the office, whichever works for you. Let's see. I have one I do want to talk about today is our Arizona, the warm weather getaway. Time is drawing near on this. I know it is March 2nd through the 11th. You think you've plenty of time, but you really don't. This trip is currently right at half full, but it needs to be made, how do I say it? Reservations need to be made prior to November 17th. So that is less than, or right at, I guess, a month away. So please don't wait too long on this. It's great. It's full of all kinds of things. It has 16 meals in it, including the Big Texan Steak Ranch, which is a fabulous place, an authentic Western cookout. I think the fun part of this one is you actually go to the International UFO Museum and the Research Center there in Roswell. The White Sands National Park, beautiful. You also go to the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum, the Saguaro National Park. You have botanical gardens. If you are a baseball fan, which I realize I'm not a baseball fan, but who could not know that it's playoff time and ready for the World Series coming up? We are going to be doing a day at spring training for the Chicago Cubs at Sloan Field. We have a private covered party deck there for us, and you have a complete buffet during the game. Lots of little extra amenities there for that one. So, also the Petrified National Forest. That's another place that's been kind of on my bucket list. I think because when I was younger, I had received a small little piece of petrified wood rock from a family friend who had visited out there, and ever since then that had fascinated me. But again, on my bucket list, I've got to get working on that. So please give me a call prior to November. A $300 deposit is what it takes to reserve this. I have brochures here. Stop by and see me. Give me a call. I'll mail it, or again, check the link at the bottom. So today I decided we are going to have a little review or lesson on the cancel by dates for you as a customer. So it is really important, and I know I keep stressing that, but it truly is really important to get your reservation in early on a tour. Not only do you run the risk of it filling up, but it also helps me here in the office to be able to proceed and give updates as to numbers to all the venues that I have reserved on a tour. So for instance, we're going to look at our Oklahoma Adventures, the Eclipse of the Flower Moon, another fabulous tour. It leaves May 14th, which again, it truly isn't that far away. It just sounds like it. So if you always look on the back, you'll see where it says deposit and final payment. So this one, a $300 deposit per person is required. It must be paid in full by April 1 of 2022. It also states that no refunds will be issued after March 15th, 2022. So say you've paid me your $300 deposit today, and then on March 12th, something happens, or whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the reason is, you no longer are able to go. You have up until 5 p.m. on March 15th, as stated on the flyer, to call me and cancel out on that tour. At that time, I will cancel the tour for you. You will receive back a full cash refund for the amount that you have paid me on that tour, less any travel protection you may have purchased. So for example, if you sent me $300 for your deposit, and I'm just using random numbers, $138 for travel protection, that's a total of $438. When you cancel prior to 5 p.m. on March 15th, I will be sending back to you your $300 deposit, but I'm unable to return the $138 travel protection. Hopefully this makes sense. If you have more questions about that, give me a call. If you did not purchase any travel protection, then of course you just receive back your full $300. But please know you have always up until 5 p.m. on the date that's listed here. So even though, for instance, a tour that might go in November of 2022, if you reserve it now and you cancel by that cancel date, you aren't out any money. We will return that back to you. Okay, that's my lesson for today. Don't have much more to let you know other than we are going to have a big send-off for our group headed out to Salem, Massachusetts for the Salem Halloween and the Jack-o'-lantern Spectacular. Be sure and watch Facebook again. They leave next Tuesday. And I'm excited to see some photos or video image from the Jack-o'-lantern Spectacular. I've done a little research on the one this year. It's at the Roger Williams, one of those zoo there in Warwick, Rhode Island. In the past, they've always had 5,000 pumpkins. This year, they have over 6,000 pumpkins. And the theme of it is 150 years of music. So some of the photo sneak peeks of pumpkins that they've put out online are phenomenal. So I can only imagine what a treat they're in for. I think that's it. You have a wonderful day and week, and I will see you next week on Wednesday Wonderings.